Hi and welcome to the Cult TV Sofa. This is a reaction video for the 12th episode of Season 2 of Buffy the Vampire Slayer called Bad Eggs. Last time we met Buffy's mother's new boyfriend, Ted. Whilst he seemed nice at first, he soon started to show his true colours. Buffy investigated his background but found nothing concrete on him. After an argument, Buffy went out and returned home to find Ted in her room reading her diary. And a fight ensued, resulting in Ted falling down the stairs and being confirmed as dead. Whilst the police investigated the death, Buffy appeared visibly upset and withdrew a bit from her friends. Suddenly, Ted reappeared and attacked her. We discovered that he is actually a robot built in the 1950s. Buffy manages to defeat him and dispose of his body/parts, but kept his demise from her mother, which I'm still a bit unsure of, really. Giles and Jenny's relationship was still on the rocks, but at the end, things do seem to be getting back on track. So let's see what happens in this episode. I'm going to put any relevant trivia that I find over here, and at the end of the reaction, I'll be discussing what happened and my thoughts about it. And I'm going to start it in 3, 2, 1. Nice hat.
You go to the tailor and pick up my outfit.
That's the guy we saw a minute ago. Oh, no reflection. Vampire. Behind you.
You promised you'd never cheat on me again?
All right, sugar lips. Giddy up.
I'm guessing he's from Texas.
This ain't over.
Oh, ran away. Not very often we see a vampire running away. Spike's the only real one, does it?
Buffy,
Didn't get her outfit.
where's my dress?
Oh.
Oh, look, I can go get it right now. They're closed. I just have to fit it in tomorrow. A little responsibility is all I ask.
Must be hard sometimes not being able to tell her the truth. Might make things easier. Usually you don't, in superhero stories and things, you don't normally tell other people because it puts them at risk. And it puts you at risk as well because other people can find out your identity. But there's already quite a few people know who she is. And that's her mother. And she's already at risk because she's her mother and they share a house. So part of me thinks it would make more sense to tell her. I don't know, but then obviously she's a mother. She's going to worry, obviously, even more. I don't know. I'm still a bit... I don't know what I'm a bit... I'm still a bit... after last week, the fact that Joyce still thinks that Ted's out there. They haven't told her that he was a robot. That's bad. That really, really is bad. She's going to spend the rest of her life possibly looking over her shoulder. I mean, he attacked Joyce, threw her against a wall, made her unconscious. I mean, that's just really horrible. And at least by telling her about what's going on, you can at least put that to rest. So, yes, you might be creating more problems, but at least you're getting rid of one as well. Don't know. So that's still going on?
You know what? This would work a lot better for me if you didn't talk.
Well, it'd work a lot better for me with the lights off.
Both fairly harsh statements against the other.
How many of us have lost countless productive hours plagued by unwanted sexual thoughts and feelings?
Yes.
That was a rhetorical question, Mr. Harris, not a poll. For teenagers such as yourselves, these feelings are even more overwhelming.
I really can't remember the sex education classes in school. I think we must have had them, but I really can't remember them. I'm still not completely sure how high up the stalks fly, because I keep looking and I can't see them. So I need to look that up one day.
You will split into parenting teams. You and your partner will share
and those
equally
are
in
the
the daily
bad
task
eggs.
of raising your egg.
Okay, so go look after it.
Hey, I know we just met, but isn't that Xander Jr. you're holding?
Just met. I never understand that. People don't seem to know who's in their class. When I was in school, we rotated classes. We weren't in the same class with other people, but we knew everyone in the class. I don't understand how they don't. That makes no sense to me. Is that how it worked? You often see in films, American films in particular, people saying, "Oh, you know, when they're adults, oh, I was in school with you, I sit behind you," and they go, "Oh, I can't remember you." But like I said, I remember all the people I was in classes with. I wasn't close with everyone, but I could at least know their names and sort of say hello to them. I don't get that.
Did Mr. Whitmore notice I was tardy?
I think the word you're searching for
Yeah,
is absent.
Absent, not tardy.
You gotta take care of the egg. It's a baby. You gotta keep it safe.
Just lay that one off on my partner. Who'd I get? I'm a single mother.
That's
And I am doomed to lead my mother's life. How deeply scary is that?
a bit harsh.
Your playmate is a fellow of repute, it seems. Lyle Gorge, and that one's his brother, Tector. They're from Abilene. They made their reputation by massacring an entire Mexican village in 1886. That was before they became vampires.
Oof.
Not amongst the great thinkers of our time.
Hey, maybe you can have Angel help you find the Gorges.
All right. I see a lot of hunting getting done in that scenario.
Like Angel and I are just helpless slaves to passion. Grow up.
Next scene. Yeah, saw that coming.
You know, this isn't hunting in the classical sense.
I suppose your tongue could be looking for a vampire in his mouth. Oh, actually there is. I was actually joking and didn't think it all through.
That the Slayer?
That's his brother.
Yep. Ain't that Angelus with her?
Oh, so do they know him?
Good night, Egbert.
Egbert. So this is called Bad Eggs. I'm assuming there's something in the eggs. Especially as we're sort of focusing on them quite a lot. Yep. Is that a leg? No. Ooh. Ooh. Well, I'll never sleep again.
You afraid of the girl? I'm just playing it safe.
Should be.
We're just gonna follow her around a little while, find our time.
See, it's another vampire with tactics. The only other one we've seen do that sort of thing is Spike. All the others are very impulsive and just basically keep fighting until they die. Whereas he plans, retreats when needed. Seems to be conveniently done for the story. It'd be nice to know if there was a reason. Although I suppose he's an older vampire. And Spike is an older vampire. Maybe it is just to do with experience. That the ones that attack Buffy are just new vampires, and they just impulsively attack and get killed because they haven't got any, haven't perfected their vampire fighting moves yet. That they all seem to have. So yeah, it must be an age thing. Age and experience. So what's happened to her?
Oh, no, it's not that. I didn't sleep well.
Teen Health got canceled.
Mr. Whitmore's out.
Well then, can you give me a hand?
No.
Sure.
It's true, Buffy. You and Willow do seem a little sluggish. Are you quite sure everything's all right?
Oh, so it's all the eggs.
It didn't break.
Apply to scalding water in about 8 minutes.
Boiled it. Ah, so he boiled the egg before he went to sleep. So whatever's in there is cooked. That's a clever way. If he drops it, it's not going to break. Probably won't get found out either, unless they all break the eggs at the end. But that's unlikely. That'd be quite traumatic if you spent all that time looking after the egg as a child and then you break it at the end. So that's actually quite a good way of doing it. But okay. Buffy and Willow seem sluggish, Giles said. And Xander's full of beans, as he normally is. So obviously whatever the egg has done has had some sort of effect on Buffy and Willow, but I don't know what it's done. It put some sort of tendril into the ear, around the eye, the nose. It seems to be some sort of something to do with the brain. I thought it'd be affecting their mind in some way, but don't know how.
Technically, that would be cheating, yes?
Yeah.
No.
Why is there an egg up there?
I suppose there is a sort of Machiavellian ingenuity to your transgression.
I resent that.
That's a good thing. Well.
Or possibly thank you.
Mr. Whitmore didn't show today. Presumed Dad?
Presumed by whom?
Well, me.
I think we should give him a few hours before we give up on him completely.
Not in Sunnydale.
An angel's helping you, right?
He does what he can.
He's very conscientious at his job.
Like, I'm really planning to have kids anytime soon. Maybe someday in the future when I'm done having a life.
Well, you know, I can't. So you don't think about the future?
No.
That's a big thing, not being able to have children. Plus, he's talking about sort of planning the future and asking whether she thinks about the future. But in previous episodes, obviously, they've been talking about future careers and things. She can't really plan that far ahead because she might not have a future. She could die easily, and also her job is the Slayer. So yeah, it's very difficult for her to think about the future. At least not in a positive way. I wonder if he's always been there, or has he just been brought in since the fake police lady attacked the other episode, one of the guild. I don't think I've ever seen a security guard there before.
Hello? Is anybody in here?
I can't remember if he had a gun. I think I saw a truncheon. That. Oh, it was a truncheon. It's a flashlight. Still use it as a truncheon. Oh, was that the teacher? Oh, is it because she's up so late? It's hatching now when most people are asleep. Ugh. Blimey. That's a bit alien. And the face hugger? Good thing to use, an iron. I hate spiders and things like that. Crawly things. Oh, I really do have shivers going through me. Oh, nice move. Oh, that's quite cool. Showing sort of Slayer abilities. She realised it was there. Very aware of what's around her.
Willow, are you okay?
Why shouldn't I be?
But your egg.
Is totally normal. I put it in the fridge.
Put it in the fridge, kind of put it into a suspended animation kind of thing. Ah. Oh. So it's controlling or influencing her.
I had a bad dream.
Oh no, you're about to have a bad dream.
Ooh.
A dream that you are grounded for the rest of your natural life.
Now, school ends at 2:30. I want you to go to the library at 2:33 and study until I pick you up there at 5:30.
Library, that's a long time to be at the library. School finished at 2:30. That's early. What time does school start in America? I think we started at, it was 9:15. Not completely sure. And I think we finished at 3:15? At that age, anyway. I think that's what time it finished. But I suppose I think you have a lot of extracurricular activities, don't you? Just things like all the sports and stuff, which I assume happens directly afterwards. Didn't do that so much in the UK. There were sport clubs and things, but it wasn't as big a thing, I think, as in America. But yeah, what time did they start school? I've got a feeling it's quite early, isn't it? I can't remember.
Hey. Hi.
So Xander's going to be okay because his egg was cooked.
Sorry, Junior, but a man's gotta eat.
Ew. Please look at it before you eat it.
Okay, well, bring it to the science lab, and I'll get Giles and we'll analyze it.
Okay, I was wondering what happened. Oh no. Oh, thank God he looked at it. I would have felt physically sick.
Get started, Buffy. Dissect it or something.
Me? Why do I have to dissect it?
Because you're the Slayer?
And I slayed. My work here is done.
Good point.
It's possible that Mr. Whitmore wasn't harmed. Maybe the offspring simply used him to return to the Mother Bazaar.
Yeah, maybe he... What?
What's a bizarre...
They're all working together. They didn't speak, so there's some kind of hive mind that they're all communicating, and obviously they are being controlled, not just influenced. But they have the host, let's say, his memories, which could be bad because that means Willow's memories can be accessed. They know Buffy's the Slayer, although they have just taken her out, so maybe that is the point. And Xander. Those two at the moment are the only two that we know are safe. There was an egg in the library, so we don't even know if Giles is safe. He might have been taken over as well, even though he's not in the class. Just what you want, a load of zombies with pickaxes. So what are they doing in the basement? There's a hole in the wall. Why? Digging. So, did the teacher set this up with the eggs so that they would be controlled and do whatever they're doing? Or did he plan on doing the proper lesson, but he's got hold of bad eggs that have taken him over and forced him to do this to the students? Not sure.
Buffy?
Oh, she's not there because she's unconscious, and she's not going to be able to tell her why.
Hello?
Should I be whispering?
In the library.
Oh, they're just so irresponsible.
Sometimes.
They're children.
Buffy told you that she'd be here all afternoon?
Well, yes. Is something wrong?
Giles, no, she wouldn't brush that off completely.
What was that?
Yeah, probably the janitor.
Oh, yep. That was well done. Yeah, he had been taken over as well. I had a feeling it could happen, but I didn't see it come in until it happened.
Tell me about it. I'm gonna have a big bump.
I'm gonna have a peninsula.
Yeah, difference is Buffy's will be gone soon, yours won't.
But they sure wanted us out of the way.
One kick and that door's open, especially from Buffy.
Why drag us in here?
Oh, she has got a bit of a pump.
Oh.
They've left some eggs in there. Take them over. That'll do it. And that'll do that.
Giles?
Giles!
She has got a really big bruise there. I said in... I can't remember if I said in the comments of the last video or if I just said in the video itself that I don't recall her ever looking injured before. I think it's the first time I've seen her with an actual physical injury from an attack. So that's interesting. And I don't know how much time's left in the episode, whether it all happens in the same day or whether there's like a next day scene. But it'll be interesting to see at the end if the bruise is still there, if it's gone. But that'll be it.
I'd say you found something.
I'd say something found him.
So at least they know Giles is affected as well. This where the eggs are coming from? That's really... They're really trying to dig, or look like they're digging without actually digging and doing a very bad job of it. Okay, so the eggs are all coming from down there. What's down there that's producing the eggs? big brain.
So our people are taking orders from the Mama Bazaar, which begs the question...
What does Mama want?
So they are a hive mind. Oh, that's that...
Are you okay?
I'm fine. I slipped.
Think I hear Mommy calling.
So, two things I started saying and stopped both of them. So it looks like they are a hive mind. That big, looks like a brain, and underground is controlling each of them. And that's the kid who's been in a couple of episodes now. He was the one where the Aztec princess, or whatever she was, the Incan mummy girl, was going to kiss him, but didn't. And the fake police woman, member of the guild, had him hostage a couple of episodes ago as well. That's quite cool that you have people popping up, background students, background characters like that popping up every now and again. It's better than just having anonymous students around them, a bit more realistic. Obviously costs them more money though, I should think. Can they just walk in? Can they pretend that they're being controlled, or will it know that they're not?
Careful.
Is it going to be a case of kill the big one and the rest all die? It's just a big version of one of those things.
I told you this weren't over.
Oh, that's bad timing. I don't know, unless you can use the creature to help her.
What the hell is this?
Killed them.
Oh. At least the vampire's distracted in some ways. Fighting on two fronts. Yeah, the vampire's not going to be afraid to kill anyone. That's probably not a good idea.
Well, hello.
Not the smartest tool in the box.
This is all your fault.
How?
How?
She's killing it with a pickaxe. They're all feeling it. And it just drops off. How are they going to explain this to her mother?
All right. It's over.
Yes, it was a gas leak. These gas things will happen.
Yeah, and actually, that's a good excuse. Yep, that works for me.
How is she?
She's a bit confused, but it's going around.
Bruce still there.
I thought I made it pretty clear that you weren't to leave the library till I came. Until further notice, you are confined to your room. You will not leave your room at any time except to go to school or the bathroom.
She hasn't asked about the bruise yet. Oh, left her room.
Besides, I'm not breaking any rules.
Bruise is gone.
Are you going to bed?
Oh.
In a minute.
Technicality. That was well shot because it really looked like she was outside. I assume she was in the cemetery. That was very cleverly done. Actually, I think there was a little bit of a mark there, but it's definitely fading. So, yeah, fast healing. That was very well done. That was a good episode. It was obviously like a filler episode, like those one-off stories they have. But yeah, we still don't know what happened to the teacher, and so how the eggs. I mean, there must have been a first egg that took control. I am assuming the teacher, to be honest, because he was the one that we saw had been taken over before anyone else. So yeah, how did that first egg get out? It was interesting to have the two storylines, although the vampire one was a bit weak compared to the others. It didn't have much time, for it to be involved. Oh, well, one of them's dead, obviously, but the other one escaped. So are we going to see him again? He did seem a bit like he wasn't like a bit vampire. He had a bit of character to him, so I find it hard to believe that's the last time we'll see him. We haven't seen Spike and Drusilla for a few episodes. Last we saw, Spike was injured and Drusilla was a lot stronger. So we haven't seen them for a while either. Yeah, I don't think I've got anything else to say about this one, to be honest. It was just it was an alright episode. It was quite good. Bit of a B movie kind of theme to it, sort of an egg taking over people, invasion of the body snatchers kind of style thing. But yeah, it was an alright episode. Let me know what you thought about it in the comments below, and I shall see you for the next one. Be seeing you.